Imagine a place where happiness isn't just a fleeting emotion, but a government mandate. A land where healthcare and education are free, traffic lights don't exist, and progress is defined not by profit, but by peace. Welcome to Bhutan, the mystical land of the Thunder Dragon, nestled in the Himalayan highlands. Revered for its untouched beauty, deep-rooted spirituality, and cautious approach to modernity, Bhutan stands apart in a world obsessed with speed and scale. Here, simplicity and serenity reign. But even this mountain paradise is not without its problems. A quiet crisis is unfolding behind Bhutan's idyllic facade. The younger generation, raised in a country that places well-being above wealth, is leaving in large numbers, searching for jobs, economic opportunities, and a future that seems increasingly out of reach at home. In response, Bhutan is undertaking one of the most ambitious and unconventional development projects the world has ever seen. A city built not for commerce or cars, but for consciousness. Welcome to Gelephu Mindfulness City, a modern marvel in the making, grounded in ancient wisdom. A country unlike any other. Bhutan is a small Himalayan kingdom situated between India and China. For most of its history, it was a kingdom shrouded in mystery, closed off from the outside world. It wasn't until 1974 that tourists were even allowed in, and even then, only a trickle of visitors were permitted. Television and the internet didn't arrive until 1999. And even today, many Bhutanese wear traditional clothing as part of daily life. This deliberate pace isn't due to a lack of knowledge or ambition. It's a reflection of Bhutan's deep commitment to values that transcend materialism. Central to its national identity is the concept of gross national happiness, an idea pioneered in the 1970s by Bhutan's fourth king. While most countries measure success by gross domestic product, Bhutan decided to assess its progress by something far more human: happiness. Gross national happiness looks beyond economic metrics and instead evaluates societal well-being across four key pillars: sustainable development, cultural preservation, environmental conservation, and good governance. And it's more than just a slogan. Gross national happiness is enshrined in Bhutan's constitution and influences everything from education to infrastructure. But despite all this, the youth are leaving. The happiness dilemma. Life in Bhutan is undoubtedly peaceful, but it's also challenging. The economy remains largely agricultural, job opportunities are limited, and many young Bhutanese feel there's little space for ambition or innovation. According to Dr. Lote Tshering, the head of Bhutan's Mindfulness City project, the dilemma is clear. Bhutanese are talented and hardworking, but in a fast-paced, competitive world, they are increasingly seeking higher-paying jobs abroad. It's not about a lack of patriotism, it's about human survival. As a result, the country is grappling with what Dr. Tshering calls an existential crisis. How can a nation that prides itself on well-being retain its next generation when it can't meet their aspirations? The answer, according to Bhutan's beloved king, lies in radical reimagination, introducing Gelephu Mindfulness City. In December 2023, King 𝐃𝐨𝐬𝐵𝐿 unveiled a bold vision: a new city, Gelephu Mindfulness City, spanning an area roughly the size of Hong Kong. But unlike most futuristic urban projects, with their forests of steel skyscrapers and buzzword-heavy sustainability promises, Gelephu is grounded in Bhutanese culture, spiritual heritage, and deep ecological respect. This isn't a vanity project, it's a living prototype, a proving ground for a new kind of urbanism that prioritizes inner peace over productivity and harmony with nature over industrial expansion. A city without skyscrapers or supercars. Unlike Dubai or Kuala Lumpur, GMC won't dazzle with tall towers or glittering casinos. There are no mega malls or yacht marinas here. In fact, there isn't a single building taller than 6 stories. That's by design, literally. Lower buildings reduce the carbon footprint associated with materials like steel and concrete. Instead, local materials and traditional methods take precedence, blending seamlessly into the natural environment. The city is composed of several towns spread out across rivers and valleys, all linked by remarkable bridges. Not just feats of engineering, but also hubs of community and spirituality. One bridge houses a Buddhist temple, another serves as a medical center where both modern and traditional Bhutanese medicine are practiced side by side. These multifunctional structures are inspired by dzongs, Bhutan's iconic fortress monasteries that have long stood as bastions of culture and governance. An airport like no other. Perhaps the most astonishing piece of infrastructure in Gelephu is its international airport, built directly above a river, allowing the water to flow uninterrupted beneath. The aquatic life, officials say, won't even realize a structure exists overhead. Its design draws from Bhutanese aesthetics, with colorful wooden beams inspired by 𝐽𝐻𝐿, the elaborately painted pillars found in ancient Bhutanese architecture. These glued laminated timber beams aren't just decorative, they're modular, sustainable, and engineered to expand as the city grows. Inside, natural jungle canopies shade peaceful courtyards where travelers can rest, reflect, and decompress. An airport experience designed around mindfulness rather than madness. Even more touching is the sense of national pride attached to the project. His Majesty the King has vowed to bring his own children to help build the airport, inspiring farmers, students, and civil servants to volunteer their time, labor, and even seasonal harvests to support the project, powering a new future, literally. Another centerpiece of GMC is a hydroelectric dam, but it's unlike any dam you've ever seen. Inspired by India's ancient stepwells, its bold, geometric terraces double as pedestrian walkways, inviting visitors to explore rather than avoid. At its center sits a temple, gazing out over the valley, a serene heart beating within a structure of power and purpose. This design isn't just symbolic. Bhutan gets 99% of its electricity from hydropower, and its energy policies make it the world's first and only carbon-negative country. By law, at least 60% of Bhutan's land must remain forested, and bans on plastic bags and tobacco further reflect the country's ecological commitment. Rethinking urban resilience. GMC is being built at the base of the Himalayas, a region prone to severe flooding during monsoon season. But instead of building massive storm drains and hardened riverbanks, planners took a very different approach. Around the rivers, buffer zones of paddy fields will serve a dual purpose, feeding the city and absorbing floodwaters like a sponge. This low-tech, nature-first approach is not just effective, it's elegant. Throughout the city, permeable paving and public gardens will further soak up excess rainwater, reducing reliance on sewer systems and preventing runoff. These green corridors will double as wildlife pathways, blending biodiversity and urban living in rare harmony. A global learning hub in the making. Building such a city is no small task, and Bhutan knows it doesn't yet have all the expertise it needs. But that too is part of the plan. Officials are actively inviting global architects, engineers, and sustainability experts to collaborate, build, and most importantly, teach. The long-term goal is not just to complete the city, but to empower Bhutanese professionals to carry these lessons forward. As Dr. 𝐶𝐿 explained, we don't have the technical capacity today, but we're willing to learn. One day, Bhutanese engineers and planners will travel the world to help others build cities like this. The bigger picture. While the full development of Gelephu Mindfulness City is expected to take around a decade, Bhutan isn't in a rush. The priority is to do it right, not fast. This project represents more than infrastructure. It's a cultural and philosophical statement, a new chapter, a chance for Bhutan to grow without sacrificing its soul. At a time when most of the world is grappling with climate anxiety, urban sprawl, and social disconnection, Bhutan is offering a different blueprint, one that fuses timeless values with forward-thinking design. Thanks for watching. If Bhutan's vision of a mindful, sustainable future inspired you even a little, imagine what could happen if more of the world followed their lead. If you enjoyed this video, give it a like to support the channel, and don't forget to subscribe for more deep dives into the world's most fascinating places and groundbreaking construction projects.